So I'm here in Taiwan today at a senior high school, and what high school are we at today? What is the name of the school?
My school?
Yes,
Lishan,
Lishan. And what part of Taipei are we in?
Neihu,
And it
Neihu Dis.
is
District.
district. Is this a like middle class area, upper middle class? Upper middle class. Someone told me this was kind of like a famous school. Is this one of the best high schools?
Yeah, my school is a famous high school in Taiwan because we are the first scientific high school in Taiwan.
Wow. Is that why you have a Microsoft emblem out there? Okay.
So our teachers should major about the research method and project research.
Okay. Now, what is your name and what do you do here?
My name is Aris, and I'm a chemistry teacher in this school.
Okay, and you're working on your PhD.
Yeah.
Okay. And how about you? What is your name and what do you do here?
My name is Nikki, and I'm an English teacher here.
You're an English teacher. By the way, how long have you been teaching?
20 years.
And you?
8 years.
8 years. Is there much of a difference between the pay of a person teaching 8 years and 20 years?
Yeah.
So
Our pay is decided by how long.
how many years?
Yeah, how many years.
And your education level?
Yeah, it also.
So if you get a
Consider.
master's or a PhD, then you get more money.
Yeah.
Do you have to get a master's degree or can you just get a bachelor's degree and that's it?
可以的。
It's fine for if one just got a bachelor's degree, only he or she has to do is to pass the interview of the school.
The school.
Yeah.
And you don't have to get any more education and you could retire with a bachelor's degree.
Yeah.
Right? Do you find most teachers get master's degrees? Is
Yeah.
this common?
It's common
Yeah.
in Taiwan.
How about
because if you finish the master degree, you have the more opportunities
Right.
to enter the school.
How about a PhD? Do many teachers have PhDs or?
Not
so
so
common.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to talk a little bit about the culture here because I see, particularly in some Asian countries that are based on Confucius philosophy, which Confucianism I think would be part of your culture. There's a very high regard and appreciation for education. I'm wondering why do parents take education so seriously? I mean, it's much different here than in the United States, based on what I've seen as a teacher. And I'm just wondering to share a little bit of what your feelings about are on that. What do you think?
就刚刚问题。Yeah, okay. Because traditionally the parents think that if you study more and you will get a good work in the future. So most of parents will take this seriously.
And they push their kids pretty hard to make sure this happens. Yeah.
So maybe I think it's the reason why so many students not happy.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you think? Same thing?
Yeah. I want to add that, especially when they're coming from a family background that is not so good, their parents will especially ask them to study even harder.
Oh, now there we go. That was my next question, and you beat me to it. So one of the big problems that I see, and I tell people about this, when I was in China and I visited some schools there, the kids that seem to have the least amount, right, seem to work harder than even the kids the rich kids, right? And so we would call that, if you don't have a lot, you could be in poverty, right? In the United States, there's a certain poverty line. So do you think poverty then, or low socioeconomic level could be a motivating factor for parents to try to get their kids so they will do better than them and rise up? Do you think poverty could play a positive role?
I think so, but the situation is not that
maybe the 20 years ago,
Yeah.
you say the situation is about what you say.
Okay, so
And
20
now-
years ago, there was a lot of poverty, and people worked even harder and harder
Yeah.
to try to get out of that
Yeah.
and rise
Have
up.
many opportunity
Right,
to
but,
have a positive flow.
right. But in my country, there is a lot of poverty, and people just use that as an excuse. That they just stay in this level of poverty and they don't really move out. Let me ask you this: do you feel that do you have a lot of social services here? Social services to where you give money to people that don't work and constantly support people with free housing and things
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah,
But is it a big part of the population or a very small part?
small population.
Okay, but after a while, if somebody doesn't have work, will the government cut them off and say, hey, you know, you gotta go to work?
If you don't have to work about many months, the government will give you money about half year.
About a half year.
Yeah,
But is there a certain point where they say no more?
yeah, no more. You
Right.
need to find work.
Right,
Yeah, you can find a work and you didn't get much money, then the government will help you, but
Mhm.
you have to work.
you have to work eventually.
Yeah,
See, in the US, a lot of these social welfare students keep people in constant, they continually to support them. So there's not a lot of motivation for them to go to work,
oh,
right? And so this is a problem. But normally the people in poverty in the US haven't done very well, like rising up. And we're, you know, specifically among our African American and Latino groups. Let's talk a little bit about what it takes to be a teacher. Now, as I've read and I've done some research that only the best students, for the most part, can be selected to be a teacher in Taiwan.
yeah.
Would you say that that's true?
好的学生才可以。
I heard something on the only
No.
about the top 10% of a
No, no, no.
university.
Every university can, every students in every, I say that, the student in every university have the opportunity to be a teacher.
Right.
But the students have different 标准, standard.
Standards.
Yeah, standard. If you want to be a teacher,
You have to have
some
very-
students,
High standards.
yeah, some university will have the high standard, but if you're the first university in Taiwan, like National Taiwan University, all of students, if you want, you can major about education.
Right.
Yeah, but some university they will get a high standard for their
Right.
students, so it's not the same standard.
But for the most part, you can't be a low performer in the university and be a teacher.
No,
They're going to recruit from
the
the
first standard is about your grade.
right,
Yeah, if you not get the good score,
the really top grades.
yeah, maybe 20, okay, you can say the 10 percentage.
Right.
You cannot be the.
You won't. So
Yeah.
if you're the bottom 1/3 of
Yeah,
the
you're-
university, you're not going to be a teacher.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I just wanted to share with you, in the United States, 50% of our teachers come from the bottom 1/3 of graduating classes.
Yeah,
So there's a huge difference, and I think it's all about teacher quality.
yeah.
I think that is the first and most important thing. But if you look at the U.S. system, there's not